From hope to discontent, a big rise in the number of complaints to the housing watchdog over shared ownership.
Once you add together the mortgage, the rent and the service charges, it means that it's unaffordable for me to kind of buy more of the flat. But it also means that it puts people off who are interested in potentially buying it because the service charges have increased exponentially.
We have a special report also tonight. A new documentary highlights the long chain of events that led to the Grenfell tragedy. Plus, the South London children hoping to save their Lollipop school crossings.
And I'm here in this stunning organic lavender farm in Banstead in Surrey, where the dry spring has caused these flowers to bloom early. Well, there's some even hotter weather on its way.
A nursery worker has been convicted of abusing 21 babies, including kicking one little boy in the face and stepping on his shoulder. Roxana Lecker from Hounslow admitted 7 counts of cruelty and was found guilty of another 14 offences by a jury at Kingston Crown Court. She'll be sentenced in September. A bus mounted the pavement in Parliament Square during this morning's rush hour and the driver was taken to hospital. No passengers were injured and an investigation is underway into what happened. Around 1,800 more vehicles a day are using the Woolwich ferry. Transport for London suggests it's because fewer vehicles are crossing the Thames via the Blackwall and Silvertown tunnels due to the tolls introduced in April. The UK's largest road tunnel, due to be built between Kent and Essex, has been granted nearly £600 million by the government. But the Lower Thames Crossing is more likely to cost £10 billion, so it'll need private finance to become a reality. And it's facing huge opposition from environmental campaigners. Ministers say it's vital to grow the economy. Here's Simon Jones.
Designated a national priority by the government, this is the vision for the new Lower Thames Crossing that would link Gravesend in Kent and Tilbury in Essex.
Those plans for a Lower Thames Crossing have been gummed up for so many years due to planning problems and other issues. So it's really important that we get that project going. We know how important that is to solve those congestion problems, but also, frankly, our wider mission of driving economic growth across the country.
The aim is to ease pressure at the existing Dartford crossing. It was designed to handle 135,000 vehicles a day, but the busiest days see up to 180,000 vehicles using it. Well, it's another busy day here at the crossing, and the government believes that too much traffic is spending too long in queues around Dartford, and that is affecting the economy nationally. And many motorists are fed up of delays and disruption at Dartford.
Always congested, always. It's shocking.
We need another bridge. We need something to stop the traffic the way it is now, because it is chaos every single day.
It can take you half an hour to get across, whereas they took the tolls away to make it faster.
Do you think they need a new crossing?
They need something. I wouldn't like to say what, but they need something. It needs to be sorted out.
The Lower Thames Crossing would be made up of more than 14 miles of new road. The government has today announced £590 million in funding, but the entire project is likely to cost £10 billion. Money will have to come from private investors who are expected to claw back the cash long term from the tolls people will have to pay to use the crossing.
What we need to see is understand exactly what the stepping stones are going to be. So this 590 million is a really good start, but we want to get clarity over when we will see the rest of the finance.
But environmental campaigners say the cost will be too high.
You will see a massive loss of ancient woodlands. That is woodland that is over 400 years old, so you can't just replant it. It will blight people's lives. It will destroy whole habitats for no gain.
National Highways claims the crossing will be Britain's greenest road with 1 million trees planted. But like at Dartford, there have already been numerous delays before a spade has even been put in the ground.
Next, to the last few remaining Lollipop school crossing patrols in South London and a campaign by parents and children to save them. Croydon Council plans to stop the crossing services during school drop-off and pick-up hours at the end of the year. Harry Lowe has the story.
They've been helping school children cross London's roads for years. But the last 6 Lollipop patrols in Croydon could soon come to a stop. due to council cuts. Councils are not legally obliged to provide Lollipop staff, but council tax in Croydon has gone up more than 26% in the last 3 years, and the idea of cutting this service has left parents worried.
This is a very busy road, and he's just here every morning, keeps the kids safe. The cars come down here far too fast, and it just is peace of mind for all of us.
No traffic lights, there's no zebra crossing at this part, so you have to take the risk to cross.
I think there could be a lot more accidents. I think there could be a lot more road rage of, drivers trying to get to where they're going.
Obviously, Croydon's got itself into lots of debt. That's not our fault. That's their mismanagement. The biggest killer of children in the country is road accidents, so that is not where you start cutting in order to pay off your debt.
Claire Bonham is the local councillor behind a campaign to keep the patrols.
We're really concerned that the council are going to cut the service and are going to be putting saving money over the safety of our children. My number one fear is that there are more accidents at this junction and more children's lives are put in danger a little bit, because we do have accidents on this road and we don't want to be contributing to that stuff.
Croydon Council told us most patrols were phased out many years ago, and risk assessments have been completed for the 6 remaining sites, with 1 now earmarked for a permanent crossing and 3 located on healthy school streets. With the end of term approaching, the fate of these familiar faces is far from safe. Harry Lowe, BBC London.